Hello, hello. How are we today? Say hi in the chat. I'm making some music here in Bitwig Studio 6, the latest edition of Bitwig Studio. Cool little music application, so just checking out some of the new features and yeah, feel free to ask any questions in the chat. So I'm basically remaking a little bit here of the Risk of Rain 2 soundtrack. So you'll probably recognize the song. Hi there, Julia. Welcome. Right, so most of the synth sounds here actually comes from Omnosphere 2, but the drum sounds are actually from Bitwig. I'm using the VH kick, which is like 808. Let's see if we can get it going here. There we have it. Dashman, hi there! Long time no see, how are you? So that's the kick we have. And then I'm layering this. It's also an 808 snare, but I'm layering that with a more like woody real snare that comes from just one of the loops that comes with Bitwig. Yeah, it just got released the other day here. I think it was yesterday. What is it? Thursday today? Yeah, it was released yesterday. Finally, after like a year in beta, I think. But yeah, so far so good. They've had a long time to like knit out the bugs and fix up. There's a lot of new stuff in here, and I've just scraped the surface. So basically, I'm just taking a look a little bit here at the new automation handling, because now you can make automation clips and you can make linked automation. Hi there, Dlazers. Yeah, we're gonna cook some here. I don't know if you heard it, I just put up a clip of this little track I'm working on. The cover of Risk of Rain. I put it up on our Discord channel. But basically it sounds like this so far. Yeah, so that's basically the little cover snippet that I've done so far of this track. But you can hear there's a lot of like 80s sounds in there, but with very lush reverbs. But I think there's actually like a lot of extra stuff in the original track. But I always try to make the tracks a little bit different and yeah, a little bit from how my perspective and how I would make this track. But it's a really fun track because it's in 5/4, so it sounds. It actually sounds quite natural, but yeah, 5/4. Pyrotech. Hi there. Yeah, you wish it was open source. Now, what would you change in Bitwig 6 if it was, or in Bitwig if it was open source? Let me know. change the colors. But basically we have this square lead. And like I mentioned earlier here, most of the sounds here are actually not made with the Bitwig synthesizers, but I'm rather using the Omnosphere 3 package because I'd like to discover more of the Omnosphere sounds. Because there's a lot of fun waveforms in Omnosphere. You have like classical Juno synths, there's JP8000, D50, Base Station, ARP Odyssey. So if you don't have all these expensive hardware synths, it's a really cool way of at least getting close. Alistair Reeds, hi there, welcome. Unfortunately, guys, I don't have the chat on screen here today because I wanted to launch the stream here, and I realized too late that I have the original channels, my main channel's chat URL. So yeah, I could of course go in there and change stuff, but why fiddle too much? I mean, we have the chat on the side here. I have a phone beside me here, so. Yeah, so there's some kind of environment sound in the beginning of the track too, so we try to find something in the Omnosphere package. Yeah, I think it's just fine. I mean, let's just go here. Yeah, so we have the drum sounds from Bitwig and the bass, also Omnosphere, but I added this extra filter afterwards, Filter Plus, just to give it a little bit of edge. You have this heat saturation in the filter, which is really good. You can also listen to the bass here without the filter. Sounds kind of boring. And let's activate. You can really make the sounds burn if you use a filter like this, or the saturation in the filter. Overdrive. Wave shaper. And I think that the original bass actually is more. It's sounding more like a real bass. But I like this bass, so I'm gonna use that. And the really cool thing with Bitwig Studio, if you're browsing for samples while you play back your track, it's going to sync the playback of the samples. I'm using a browser on the side here. I don't know, my image is probably in the way here, but as soon as I launch a sample, it's going to set the playhead or start the sample exactly in time with the patterns here. But now, as I said, we're in 5/4, as you can see in the top here. So most of the loops that you find are often in 4/4, so it's gonna sound a little bit weird, but kind of cool and with this. Could add something like that. I'm gonna add a new track and then drag the sample. Yeah, fast drum and bass. And yeah, I mean, you experiment and then you find a sound. Now I found this little like conga sound in this drum loop. Sounds kind of cool. So I'm gonna add that, but of course with some reverb. But not that much. Because I feel that this track is it's all over the 80s, so why not continue that? So I'm gonna add that little fill there. And it's nice to sprinkle small fills across the tracks like this. You don't have to have all the sounds at the same time all the time, so. Just a little fill there. To emphasize some rhythmical stuff. Tock tock. I think that's kind of nice. But feel free to disagree. Let me know in the chat. Something like that. Maybe we can add it just. More is more. We're just gonna call that perk fill. So now we have this little extra fill edition, extra fill here on the final sequence. Right, so I was looking for some kind of environment sound to add in the beginning here. So I'm also gonna look for that in Omnosphere. Thanks, Alistair Reeds. Happy to hear you enjoyed the rendition, but it is a Risk of Rain too. It's like, yeah. I'm just trying to recreate the track, but yeah, using my own little sounds here. But I know that Chris, the composer of Risk of Rain, uses a lot of Omnosphere. So maybe we'll end up with similar sounds somewhere. So we need some kind of an environment sound. Environmental organic. Electronic production. Scoring electronic. Textures. There we have them. Yeah, it's just millions of sounds in this synth. Nope. Sounds a little bit too like mystical and magical. This is a cool sound. Industrial pollution. But it's not what I'm looking for. The Dune soundtrack, anyone? Sounds exactly like something from Dune. Kind of cool sound, but maybe not for this track. Maybe if I reverse it. It's not gonna work. Welcome to the magic of the magical events of the sound selection for music creation. Bomber plane. Soundscapes. Dreamscapes, maybe. Yeah, Dune soundtrack, that's an amazing. It's just lovely. Here we have something. Lynchian Whispers. Ooh. More reverb, more of everything. It's a little bit sad that you get to hear the knocking on the keys here. I wish I could have the microphone somewhere else so it wouldn't pick up the key sounds. I could always like mute the mic, but I always forget to unmute the mic. Which you probably have seen in my live streams. Yeah, so that was inspiring, but that's not the sound I'm looking for. I'm actually gonna see if we can just find a sample. Yeah, say hi in the chat, people. And let me know if you have any questions. Any question that pops up, let me know. We're gonna clear the patch and just browse samples instead. So here we can go into textured soundscapes. And maybe search in. Peaceful. Something like this might work. Yeah, it's kind of nice. I mean, it doesn't have to be exactly like the original track. I feel it's much more cool if we can just get a different kind of rendition of that track. So I'm gonna try this sound actually. Kind of a nice little pad. I feel this one is better because it's just more like high mids. Because these other ones They are so full sounding. It's much better to have like the introduction more lightweight, so more band past sounds, if you will. I'm just gonna layer that, and then I can fiddle with the sound design later. Julia, you think Bitwig is good for beginners? Just curious, maybe one day. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. But I feel that you could start with any type of music application. May it be FL Studio or a Logic. If you're on a Mac, I think Logic would be the most... it's like the easiest to get started with, I feel. This is a little bit technical, though. It doesn't have to be, but I feel it's much easier to find sounds. At least for beginners. In like Logic Pro. But you could start with Bitwig too. No worries. Yeah, Alistair Reese, you can absolutely hear where this is coming from. Yeah, that's good. But it's also a little bit of its own take here. I mean, the original has this... it's more of an like an environment. And you have that sample in the background too. I forgot it to count to 5, so my notes weren't recorded the first time. But I'm gonna save some time here and just hold the chord for 4 bars like that. And then we can just render this as audio, maybe. Bounce. And now that MIDI recording will become audio. I'm gonna mute the original track and just call this intro pad or something. Oops. And I'm gonna actually do a little cool trick here that I usually do in my own tracks. And that's adding some kind of... And it's also very popular in modern music to add those type of gating effects. I see a lot of modern producers adding that to like the vocals in tracks. This kind of effect. And in Bitwig it's really easy to add just an LFO to control the like amplitude or the volume for a track like this. So I'm gonna attach this low frequency oscillator to the volume and just make the volume go down. You can actually see that on the display here. And maybe also sync this, because it's not synced now, it's going after this rate. So I can control the hertz value, how fast this is gonna go. But I need it to sync to the track, I feel. And that's also another cool thing you can do to make it sound like a grow. That is to control the width of the sound, how wide it is. Sorry, how wide it is in the stereo field. And you can do that with this tool device or tool plugin in Bitwig. Is there some kind of equipment you would recommend if someone wants to start making music? Alistair Reeds, do you play any instrument? Guitar or keyboard? But I mean, equipment, you just need a computer and a music application. I feel you don't need a lot of other stuff. And I mean, in Logic you also have like an on-screen keyboard if you press Command K. So you don't even need a MIDI keyboard, but it's obviously a lot easier to play stuff. But I see a lot of, I mean, there's film composers that don't even use a MIDI keyboard. I've seen people only have, some composers only use the computer keyboard. And that's all fine. I mean, you can always go in here, say that we want to control the choirs here and the volume for the different notes. You can just select a note like this and then adjust the volume like this. Now I usually don't add the notes in like that. I usually play the stuff also because you get to practice if you play. Yeah, thanks Julia. Have a good evening. So now we can just copy this or make it loop like this. And we can see if it also fits on this second part where we have like more instruments, but it's also good to fade out the instruments and fade in instruments. You don't always have to have everything at the same time. And that's also a really cool thing here. We can control the rate, and I can actually like attach a knob on the keyboard here to control the rate of this LFO, so you can make it like go faster. And the really cool thing is, since it's locked here or synced to the rate, you can swap between 8, 16 quarter notes to get some variation. So why not? I like to do that, just for a variation. Dlazers, yeah. I guess I have quite some experience fiddling with music in music applications. I've been using them all, like Cubase, Pro Tools, Cakewalk, Ableton Live. Yeah. Bitwig, Logic. So I'm kind of used to the process, obviously. It's been in my profession for many years, so. But indeed, I can understand it might look overwhelming. But I mean, you don't have to do all this fiddling if you don't want. You can always just record your guitar in and record your keyboard or whatever, piano. You don't have to always go overboard like I'm doing here. I'm just fooling around a little bit just to add some interest, and yeah. And it's also good because, I mean, everybody has their own voice. Not everybody have to replicate or try to mimic what the other one is doing. I think it's all good that everybody has their own voice. You learned the trombone, Alistair reads. Didn't really stick. I think it was just the wrong time for me. Yeah, I mean, it doesn't cost a lot. As long as you have a computer, just buy some cheap. You have a free version of the Bitwig called 8 tracks, which will obviously let you use only 8 tracks, but I think there's demo versions of other music applications too. And if you have a Mac, you have a GarageBand for free, and there's also, of course, free softwares. I think you can use Reaper for 60 days for free. Yeah, so I'm gonna actually attach, I have a foot pedal below the table here. I'm gonna attach the foot pedal to control the rate. So map to controller, just right click, map to controller, and we have that mapped to my foot pedal. But as you can see, I can quite drastically change this. And I think I actually have it attached to that filter also, this one. So we need to remove that. I'm gonna remove that. I'll do it manually instead. Let's see here, a tool. And we have that LFO, and we want to control the rate. I think the filter got... There we go. So we're gonna add those 16th notes, just yeah, that's 60 notes. And also here, I think. But as I said, you don't have to do this kind of like weird modulation stuff. But it's nice to for the momentum of the track to have something like gating like that. Maybe try dotted notes. Ah, sounds weird. And now in Bitwig 6 we can make this into an automation clip. I think you can either right click or press Command G here, wrap as automation clip. And that will make it possible to copy just this type of automation. Whoop, like that. If we want to have the same kind of changes here between the rate 18 and 16 notes. But I feel you don't even hear this during this section where we have the pads, because the pads, they fill up the same kind of space almost. So I think we can actually mute that part so it's not audible. You can see it's like a lighter gray or more transparent. Fucking bugging, hi there! We're remaking some Risk of Rain here. I'm just in love with that sound. It really stands out in the mix. Just love it. Now we need some kind of impact here, or some kind of sweep into the first drop, so to speak. So we can use the same, I feel we can use the same sound here, because we made it into audio, so we can use the same Omnosphere instance and look for an impact. So we can go into hits, organic, African hit. Big boomer. Burning piano Asian pluck. It's actually a kind of cool sound if you reverse it. James Bond. Or Celeste. Kind of cool when it's downsampled too. So I'm just gonna sample that. Something like that. And we're gonna turn that into audio. Bounce. So we can reverse that. Clip. Edit. Where did they hide it? There. There's the reverse. Ah, we need to mute that. Gonna zoom in a bit so we can see it more up close. Yeah, we can actually make a little cool thing out of that. Just fooling around a little bit with the editing. Da, bum, bum. Why not? Why not try this? And then we're gonna get rid of that. And now I'm hearing some additional rhythm to this. Bum ba bum ba bum. Just some variation. I think I'm gonna copy that to some of the other places too. Like so. So now we can also add some kind of filter on top of that so it moves a little bit, because it might sound a little bit static maybe. It's all up to the eye of the beholder. And maybe have some delay on that. We'll see. We're just fooling around here. Yeah, kind of nice. A nice little detail, a nice little addition here, some ear candy, some high frequency stuff. Say hi in the chat and let me know if you have any questions. And now for that impact which I was talking about ages ago. Now we're going to find some kind of impact. Again, into the browsing. Hits organic. I'm sure we're going to find something in there. Piano SFX hits. Might be sounding a little bit dull. But we can always hot that up with some effects. Toxic Smasher, Metal Zone. Maybe some flame distortion. Nice and crunchy. It's really nice with that crunch on top. Yeah, who knows? Can always quantize that. Maybe it works better up there. Yeah, kind of crisp up there. And I feel we need some delay on that too. Just a very long, maybe this one. But the delay is not gonna be that audible if we have it after the reverb. Something like that. Aha, I see the problem. We are using the echo with the 100% mix. There we go. Just gonna try another echo just for the fun of it here. Tape echo, of course. There we go, maybe a little too long feedback. That's like how long, how many taps we get from the delay. Too short. Nice. Maybe a little bit more feedback. Yeah, it's a really hilarious names on some of the effects in here, but they are very creative. They even have a category here, creative. Flip backward, half speeder. We're gonna try that. There's also a warp shifter, ring of fire. Let's try the ring of fire. Sounds like a fart. Warp shifter. Oh, kind of cool. But we need to bump the volume if we're gonna fiddle with that effect. Just gonna try. It's all about experimenting. Sounds quite cool. Like watery. Weird. Yeah, maybe not. With the flame effect here, we also get less of the high ends, so it's a more tuned in sound. Need to go and check up on my son here, but you can listen to the music here. I'll be back. Yes, we're back in action. So we're gonna duplicate that little fill, the little... kind of weird. Liquid. And if we just add a little bit of that. It kind of washes out the sound maybe a little bit too much. It depends on how you want the sounds. It's always like a balancing. Which of the sounds do you want to be up front? And do we even need that sound? Kill your darlings? I'm gonna keep that. Maybe I can even get rid of the filter. We're also gonna add a second hi-hat, because now it's just a continuous, like a shaker. I think we're gonna add like a 4 on the floor hi-hat also. So we have the maracas going, which is actually the 808 maracas shaker. So we're gonna add a new track and see if we can use let's see about this one. Nah, too boring. V9. Really wide, but quite tight. Something like that. I'm just tuning by ear. what I feel sounds good. I'm gonna add that. Ba-bam. Maybe have it there instead. Needs to be a little bit higher in volume, so we can just raise the output here or use the fader. I think it adds a little bit to the bounciness of the rhythm. But I wonder if we should have it already in this place. We're gonna have that beginning with, where we have the choir in. Maybe add a little piano fill somewhere. Five, 4. Missed it. Need to do that again. Maybe we need a second chord there. Ah, that's kind of nice. Dramatic. Dramatic like Trobbio. An oddball. Maybe the notes are a little bit too close here. Glad you like it, Dlazers. Yeah, I think it's kind of cool to add a little fill there. Like an introduction to where we get more instruments. You and maybe also like emphasize the ones here. But isn't it cool when it's 5/4 and just not ordinary 4/4? I don't know, maybe add it when we get the extra choir here the second time. Or maybe just copy everything. I mean, as I said earlier, I'm maybe adding too much stuff at the same time here. So maybe we should just... Yeah, it might be a little bit harsh that sound. You probably refer to this sound. This one. Yeah, we're going to soften that sound a little bit. And we're also gonna fiddle. Fiddle? We are gonna cut that one, so that's cut. And we're gonna cut that one. Yeah, feel free to chime in. I have no problem with collaborating. Just shoot. I mean, we're just having fun here in Bitwig 6. Okay. And what happened there? Aha, okay, so I didn't cut that one. Like so. And the good thing is I can just mute clips really fast like this. I do this all the time with like pressing Alt and A. So we could have like a piano. I know that in the original track he's changing to another, like a B part, but we'll see what happens. Maybe we can have a melody there. Just for the fun of it. Okay, I forgot to move that one. Like so. Just duplicate to infinity. But I think it needs more volume. But we can just duplicate the piano track here and let's see. Add a little bit of. I use this all the time and just use the saturation to bring sounds a little bit more forward. Or we could use this new plugin I got the other day here called color saturator. It really burns the sound, if you want. We could go soft. But we need to get rid of the square, I feel, if we're gonna have another melody on the piano. Yeah, that's nice. Nice to get some head bobbing here. Yeah, go make music. Happy to inspire. That's why we have this channel. But I feel we are gonna try something else. I'm gonna play some other melody. Something like that. I feel it's a little bit rushed. It always happens when I'm trying out the melodic ideas. I rush sometimes. I think that's a better choice. It's a little bit too much, I feel. Too many notes. It's very easy to go overboard. You get too excited when writing melodies, or I get too excited. Nope. And leave space. I think that's a better better take. Just gonna quantize the first note because it kind of sucked. Because then we can add a fill instead with another instrument there in the in-between part. So now let's add something complementary here on the second part, the melody repeats. Maybe with that square melody. Something like that. Nah. Yeah, I think that's kind of nice. And maybe also add some pad. Maybe we can reuse the choir sound. Right, something like that. From the top. Oops, I had double piano. Not my intention. I'm just gonna soften the notes just a little bit. I feel they were a little bit too bashy. Too bashy. I think we can maybe add the percussive fill there in the space where we have a space in the melody. And we need it to be increasing in velocity. Yeah, so that's a little bit of music making in the Bitwig 6. Recreating, covering, remixing, reimagining the Risk of Rain 2-track. So that's all for tonight. I'm gonna shut down here because I need my evening sandwich. Hope you had a nice time here. Let me know what you'd like to see next here on my Bitwig channel. See you in the next video. Bye. Bye.